All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a really fascinating set of sources, all trying to answer one big question.
Which is,
How do you build a resilient career when automation and AI are, reshaping everything? And the whole thing was kind of perfectly summed up by Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, on a recent podcast. He basically said, a good bet would be to be a plumber.
and that quote, it's such a perfect metaphor for this entire conversation. Our job today is to really unpack what he meant by that.
Right, not literally just about plumbing.
Exactly. It's about what skills are left when AI starts handling what our sources call mundane intellectual labor. That's the stuff that's really at risk.
Okay, so let's get right into that. What exactly is mundane intellectual labor?
Well, think of it as any task that involves processing information in a predictable way.
So like summarizing reports or checking data.
Precisely. If a job is digital, repetitive, and its outcome is, easily verifiable, AI is going to be very, very good at it. That's the zone where we're seeing this massive headcount compression.
The missing middle.
The missing middle, yeah. These are often stable, middle-class jobs just getting squeezed by automation. The plumber is basically the perfect antidote to that trend.
That makes a lot of sense. The plumber is the opposite of a predictable digital job.
But hang on a second. What about things like factory robotics? Haven't we seen AI automate physical work for years?
That's a great point, but it gets at the core distinction here.
Okay.
Factory robots operate in highly structured environments doing repetitive work. AI hits a wall, and it hits it hard when a job needs complex physical movement, adaptability, and especially high-trust human interaction.
In unstructured spaces.
Exactly. Situational complexity. That's the real barrier for AI.
So situational complexity, that's the key concept. Why is it so hard for an AI to, say, navigate a crawl space under a house or a busy hospital ward? Because it requires a kind of common sense that AI just doesn't have. A plumber or a nurse, they walk into a situation with, infinite variables.
Right. Unknown unknowns.
Yes. They have to use human judgment, intuition, to solve a brand new problem. No two leaky pipes are identical. No two anxious patients are the same. That takes empathy, craftsmanship.
So if you're trying to build a resilient career, it really hinges on combining that physical reality with human trust and that situational complexity.
It does. It completely shifts the focus away from sort of traditional white-collar career paths.
Yeah, I noticed one of our sources even went so far as to suggest that, maybe a formal university degree isn't the only path to a secure future anymore.
Absolutely. We're seeing this undeniable rise in the value of vocational and skilled trades. They're stable because they are embodied. They exist in the real world.
But they're not just manual labor, are they?
No, not at all. And this is a critical point. These roles are increasingly a blend of traditional skill and tech literacy.
Yeah.
Using an AI diagnostic tool or an augmented reality headset to fix an engine.
So the real strategy for you, listening, is about building a hybrid skill set. It's not about avoiding AI.
Not at all.
It's about using AI as a tool while you really double down on the uniquely human things. Creativity, critical thinking, empathy, and that adaptability.
And that ties right back to the education argument, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If the market values solving these novel physical problems that require a human touch,
Then the system needs to change.
right, the focus has to shift from purely academic credentials to certified practical skills.
So let's just pull this all together. The value of human craftsmanship, of judgment, of that kind of high dexterity work, it's not going away.
If anything, it's becoming more valuable.
It's becoming more treasured as AI just vacuums up all the routine intellectual stuff. Betting on the skills AI can't easily copy seems to be the smartest move you can make.
Which leaves us with one final sort of provocative thought for you to mull over. If the job market really demands adaptability, hands-on problem solving, and a lifelong learning mindset above all else, how drastically do our current education systems need to shift away from these purely academic models to actually teach those real-world hybrid skills?